Hi guys, Hillary with Budget to Bougie, and I haven't been on here in a minute. I have some reviews that I didn't post, and I thought the video was garbage. So I just thought I'd get on here today, get it all out in one video, so then there wasn't like 3 5-minute videos of me saying blah 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 blah. We can just hash it out right here, right now. Oh my gosh. Okay. I have 2 foundations and a setting spray. So, the setting spray. I know everybody was hyped about this. I was hyped about it because I love Jeffree Star's products. They're always good. They're never bad. I love his lips, his scrubs, his palettes. I have a palette back there. And I love the MORPHE setting spray, the original MORPHE setting spray. But I don't like this setting spray. I know, everybody's gonna come for me. The smell is amazing. I love the smell. I love strawberry. But there's something in this, and I haven't figured it out yet. I need to go through every ingredient. There's something in this that when I put it on my face, after I put my makeup on, it makes my face look like I'm sweating, and not in a good way. So I have dewy setting sprays and I like them. Like this e.l.f., this is the dewy setting spray. It works great. My Flower Beauty, it's a dewy setting spray. It works great too. I have no complaints about dewy setting sprays whatsoever. This, I don't know what's in it. It also has this film on it that leaves on my skin. It's like, it dries down, but it feels like you have this coating, and I don't know what it is, but I hate it. Like, I hate it so much. But I love the original MORPHE setting spray. Like, I use it all the time. I'm out right now, but, I mean, obviously, I use that. And so MORPHE and Slay All Day, these are the 2 that I use most of the time. I would say 90% of the time I'm using either one of those. But this one, I just don't like at all. And I don't know what it is. I don't know why it has that, it gives me that glassy face. I don't know why it has that filmy thing. I don't know. I'm just not a fan of it. And I love Jeffree's other things, but this is just a no, a big no for me. And I don't have oily skin. I have dry to normal skin, and it's still not a good product for me, for my skin. So, as everybody wants to get on the hate wagon, I have to give this a big thumbs down. I'm just not a fan of it. Sorry. Okay, next up. Makeup Revolution came out with a hydrating foundation. They have a matte one that is a full coverage, and I like matte in the wintertime. A little bit of matte. It can't be like cakey. I literally have to work it so it doesn't look cakey. I've never used their matte foundation, but I thought I'd try this because I do have dry to normal skin. So this little guy, the Conceal Hydrate for Makeup Revolution is the one I've been using this week. Now, they have, I think at Ulta there was a ton of shades. There wasn't the full line, but I would say it was probably half. I think it said there's 50, and I think there was at least 20 some on the shelf. But the undertones are very, very different than, let's say, the Anastasia. The undertones on this are really, really good. These are a little different. I don't know why, but they are. A cool tone. I can wear cool or neutrals. So I really didn't find a cool that worked with me. It was either too ashy or way too bright. And so I went with a neutral. And so I did it at the store. And I will say, every one that I tried on, that I tested, does oxidize probably a half of a shade. So if you were like a warm, it might go to a deeper warm, not so much of an orange shade. If you're, like me, a cool, it goes kind of whitish. I don't know. It wasn't a good thing, and nothing that I liked. This one didn't really do that. It did oxidize a bit, but when it oxidizes, it oxidizes down to like a light pink color, which is okay because as you can see, I have hyperpigmentation, I have the pink, and yellow. My skin is really weird. I have hyperpigmentation, but I have like a yellowish undertone, if that makes sense. I mean, my veins, in my veins, it's green and blue. So we'll just do it that way. But yeah, it does oxidize down to a light pink. This color is F4. The F3 was way too ashy. The F5 was way too dark. So this one, I have been using it, and it does. I thought maybe if I use a different primer, if I use, not a lotion, it wouldn't affect it, but it still does the half of a color and does oxidize a bit. So just think about that when you're grabbing for this. It does oxidize just a little bit, and I don't have any complaints about that because it oxidized to a color that didn't look so gross with my face. But I could tell if you were, really not a big fan of oxidation, you're not going to like this. It says it's a medium to full coverage. It's definitely that. I would say, for me, this is more on the full coverage side. It is very hydrating. It's not matte at all, but it is, I would say, not really a medium coverage. The Anastasia is definitely a medium coverage. This is definitely, for me, a full coverage. It does cover pretty much everything up on my skin, and it does last I would say maximum on my face 8 hours at work. I didn't go outside and do a lot of anything at all, just walking in and out. It hasn't been incredibly hot here, so this broke down about hour 8. So I would say maximum 8 hours on this. It goes on very smoothly. It doesn't go, you have to work it in. It doesn't go on as silky smooth as Anastasia does, but it does go on but it is thicker, okay? So because of the full coverage of it, maybe I'll do a little. I use a blender, and then I use a brush on my sides to get it down onto my neck and my ears. And I'm going to go ahead and show you. My husband turned the air off, and I don't have makeup on because I'm just sweating right now, and I don't know how well this is going to work. This is probably going to be a flippin' disaster, but we're going to try it. I don't even have a fan right now. It's downstairs, and I'm too lazy to go get it. So that's my life right now. Okay, here it is. As you can tell, well, maybe you can't. I don't know where my damn camera is. Anyway, it's not really, it's not liquid. It's liquidy, but it's not like drip drip. Okay, so I don't know how well this is going to work. We're going to scooch in to my face a little bit. Okay, so we'll just put it on right here. Oh, that was terrible. Here we go. So let's see if they can tell. So as you can, if you can, maybe I'll turn my light down a little bit. That might help it a little. Yeah, that helped it a little. As you can tell, like, it's covering. It's a very, very good coverage. And it's very soft. But yeah, you just have to pat it in. I don't have any primer and I don't have any lotion on. So this is kind of just winging it. But yeah, then I just take my brush and I pull it down. And it's easy to pull down. It doesn't pill up. It doesn't cake. It does a very, very, very nice job at what it's supposed to do. So I don't know how well you can see that. I just put it here, and it really pretty much covered everything that I have down there. And I do have a lot of age spots, so there's that. It works well for full coverage. I believe it's a full coverage. To me, it's a full coverage. I haven't had any problems with it. But as I'm talking and my hand is sitting here, it's now turning into that light peach color that I was telling you. It doesn't take very long for it to happen, but it does happen. And like I said, it doesn't hurt my skin tone because I have the little bit of a pink undertone with a yellow, it's just weird. My skin's weird. So there's that. Take away however you want. I liked it. I use it. It's $12. You cannot beat this price. This is $12 and it's full coverage. It does last all day. And I didn't have any problems putting it on. As you saw, it went on very, very smoothly, even without lotion and primer. It doesn't fall into your pores. It doesn't go into your fine lines. Now, I assume if you didn't put, you know, primer and lotion and you have fine lines like I do, it might fall into there. But the parts that I put in here, it's not a real porous area. These are my bad porous areas, and these are my fine line areas, as is this and this. So I did not try to put it on there without anything in those areas. But this right here is really smooth and not very porous, and it went on very, very well. Now, like I said, it does oxidize a little bit, and it is, for my face, I believe it's a full coverage. It says medium. You could put more on top of that if you wanted to, but I wouldn't, because I don't like a huge amount of foundation on my face. So like enough to cover it, and then I'm done. But if you wanted to, you could build on this. It doesn't settle into your pores, and doesn't settle into your fine lines. So I'm happy with it, and for $12, you cannot beat that. So Makeup Revolution is a big thumbs up. And as long as you find your right undertone and your shade, you're going to be good. Just remember that it does oxidize a tiny bit. Okay, so there's that. Okay, my next product that I just bought. Now, my daughter made fun of me because she absolutely hates the packaging in this company. She hates all their packaging. I don't know what it is with her. She thinks that if it's bad packaging, it's bad product. Completely false. Garbage false. But this company has been around forever, and in 2018 they went cruelty free, and now they're Leaping Bunny certified, which makes my heart very happy because I've loved this brand since I was a very young girl. I think one of my very first products I bought from this company was a blush. I think everybody in my age, between the ages of 40 and 50, probably just wore the crap out of this product because they were the it company. Covergirl, here she is, plus Olay. Now, I used Olay lotion, I said that in another video, for years and years and years on my face because my grandma used it, and she told me that was the best lotion on the face of the earth, and so that's what I used until, I don't know, 15 years ago, 20 years ago. Anyway, this is the Simply Ageless line. I've never used anything from this line. Now, back in the day, like I said in high school, Covergirl was my go-to foundation. I loved the smell of it. I loved the feel of it. It worked great. And then the other companies started popping up, and I just stopped using it. And not because I didn't like it, but just because I had other companies I was trying. At the Walgreens I was at, the number 7 line did not have a very good display of foundation testers. So I couldn't get anything from them, even though I am looking into buying something from that line. So I just kept wandering, and I finally said, okay, I'm going to try this because I've never tried anything from this line. And like I said, my face is older, and it does have the fine lines, deep crevices, trenches, pores. If you can name it, I have it on my face, guaranteed. Okay, so I put it on last night. I haven't done a wear test, but I'm telling you right now, this stuff is thick. Can you see that? I don't know. But look at this. It's like a cream. Like, it doesn't run. It's literally thick. And so, oddly enough, it was easy to find my color. This says it's creamy natural. They had a lot of testers out, and usually drugstore companies don't have testers, and I was so flippin' excited to see that. I was just testing all over my hand. Yeah, they're doing your hand, but my hand mimics my face, so, you know, whatever. It is what it is. Okay, so I did put it on last night, and I'm going to put it on right now, and probably the same thing. It's going to be very, very thick. It doesn't oxidize. That I did notice. It's thick and soft. It's super, super, super soft. My hairband is going to fall out. I can feel it. My hair's going to go flipping crazy. But it is not a full coverage. It is a medium coverage. It doesn't say that on the package, but I can tell right now. I felt it last night that this was more of a medium coverage when I was playing around with it. Excuse me, people. Anyway, it's not a full coverage. It's medium coverage, and I'm okay with that because if I wanted to, I could just keep building on it. But it dries down. It dries down not fast. Like it does. It's a little tacky. It takes a little while for it to dry down. So if you put powder on it, it would set it pretty easily. But I haven't had any CoverGirl foundation I've used. I've never had any issues with it, so I don't think I'm going to have any issues with this. I'm going to see how it works with my primer and my lotions, because sometimes when they have extra stuff like this has hyaluronic acid and vitamin C and another vitamin C, which I'm not sure what that is. But anyway, this is a 3-in-1 foundation. Sometimes when they put extra stuff in their foundation, it doesn't bode well with your primers or your lotions. So I'm hoping this works well with my primers and my lotion. Like I said, I haven't done a wear test. I'm going to do that tomorrow. I'm going to wear it all day tomorrow and see what it does. But just putting that little dab on in the store and here at home, I really like the coverage. Most days I don't like a full coverage foundation. Most days I like a medium coverage, because if I need to put more on, I can. The winter time, I always put extra lotion on. I put maybe a little bit more primer, because my face is so dry and it just falls right into the pores and the crevices and the cracks and everything else I got going on. So, so far, just a little test I did. I like it. I like how it feels on my skin, and it has a very fresh smell, but it's not overwhelming. So if you don't like scents, you'll be okay with, I think you'll be okay with this, because it's not overwhelming. It's just a very fresh smell. It does dissipate once you put it on your face. This one, my Makeup Revolution, has zero smell. Absolutely none. So $12, no smell. This one was $16.99 at Walgreens. Now I'm sure if I went to Target or if I went to Walmart, it would not have been $16.99. But I was there and I thought I'd pick it up. And, you know, it's 1 fluid ounce, and I believe this one's 1 fluid. They're pretty much all 1 fluid ounce. I can't read that because I have my glasses on. But every foundation I've bought is 1 fluid ounce. I would say, because I use the Bye Bye foundation all the time, I really, really do like this product a lot. It's very, very similar. These two are very similar in texture and in how it goes on. This is probably a little bit lighter than this. This is I wouldn't say it's heavy, but it's really thick. This isn't as thick as this, but they both perform when they put on your face the same exact way. They're both very silky smooth, and they both have the properties in it. Like this has SPF in it. This does not, but there's extra stuff in here, like in this, and I've used this so many times, and I've never had any problems with it with any of my products. Well, that's not right. That's not true. When I use this, I cannot use this. This is my Tatcha Silk Priming the Silk Canvas. I cannot use this. These two do not go together at all. When I put this on and I let it set, because this takes a little bit longer to set than, let's say, my Angel Veil, it does not work with this. I don't know what's in this that makes this fall apart, but as soon as I put this on my face, it literally starts to break apart, and I have no idea why. These two just don't go together at all. And that's not just this one. There's other foundations that I've used that the Tatcha does not bode well with at all, and I don't know what's in this that makes it do that. It actually kind of makes me mad, because this is such a great product. Now, the e.l.f. putty doesn't do that, and it's supposed to be a dupe for the Tatcha. This does not do that. I can wear this with every single foundation I have, and it doesn't do that ever. So I don't know what extra ingredients they have in that Tatcha that breaks the foundation apart, but it's really super annoying. It used to be my go-to primer for everything. Now I gravitate towards the e.l.f. or the Angel Veil every day, just because of that fact. I don't ever have a problem with the BB Cream Illuminating Cream. I put that on after I put my primer. It doesn't do any of that. I don't know what's in that Tatcha, but it literally doesn't like some foundations. Not all, just some. This one being it. So there's that, my little Sunday rant on that. That's all I have. I know I've been kind of quiet and boring lately. Hopefully, soon I'll be going up to the Twin Cities. I live in Iowa, so I don't have a MORPHE store. That's we're blessed with. But hopefully soon I'll be going to the MORPHE store up in the Twin Cities. And when I do, I'm going to look hard at that Jeffree palette, just because every palette that I've ever gotten from him is really, really good. And every MORPHE palette that I've used has been really, really good. So I'm not afraid of the quality at all. The only thing that's holding me back is that the new Norvina palette came out. And I really, really like that. I like the packaging. I like the colors in it. She has a lot of neutrals, and she has some really just everyday wear colors that I could use. And for $60, I just think that's a great bargain. I'm going to do another video ranting about palettes and how much they cost by certain people, because I am a person that uses the palettes on a daily basis, and I know the quality of palettes, and I know some of the stuff that goes into palettes, and I know when they're chalky and they're garbage and they're streaky and they don't work. And the higher end products, people seem to think if you spend over $100, that palette's going to be a miracle. It's going to be the best palette you ever use. That is a lie. That is not true. You're paying for the name and you're paying for the packaging. Sometimes it's good, but it's not $150 to $200 good. I am sorry. Not going to have that rant here today, but just so you know, I am not a fan of companies charging an obscene amount of money for product and that is no better than something that costs $60. I can guarantee you right now, the ABH product is just as good as that $150 product. Guarantee it. No, there's no doubt in my mind. But she's not out there charging that obscene amount. Sorry, that's how I feel about it. But we'll get into that in a whole nother video, because I just have a lot to say about it. I also have a lot to say about these pop-up cosmetic companies. I have a lot to say about these fake PR searches. I just have a lot to say. I'm sure nobody cares to hear it, but I'm going to say it because I have to get it off my chest, because I feel like people are getting scammed and screwed left and right, and it just pisses me off to no end. So that, I'm going to leave you with that. So my next videos probably won't be makeup reviews. They'll probably be a nice little rant on things that just annoy me to no end. So if you guys like this video, give it a thumbs up. And if you want to see more of me, hit that subscribe button. And don't forget to ring the bell so every time I upload, you'll be notified. Have a good day, guys. Bye!